Testing. Okay. Yuck, McDonald's. McDonald's is so gross at times. Some of their products. Oh man, the light turned red. I hate that. Okay, hello everybody. I'm New Age Server Alarm and I'm driving. Just came from a fire alarm place and I want to tell people a story. Alright? I just went into an alarm company called Protection Professionals. Who the hell is that light? What's that light coming from? There's a dot on the camera. It's still there. Where is that dot coming from? Okay. Anyway. I'll just ignore the dot. So I went to this alarm company called Protection Professionals in Falmouth, and I was talking to the CEO about alarm stuff and looking for a job with him. Trying to get a job. So we talked for a while and I got a strobe light from him. It's a synchronization one. I've been working on the Faraday sync protocol and I wanted something to test it with, so I wanted to see if he had anything. And he did. So we got talking and I found something out. Do you remember in 2007 or 2008, way back when Siemens and Faraday, or Faraday and Siemens discontinued their products? Way back, that was a long time ago, 2008. I made a video about it, actually. Well, I found something out today that was very, very surprising. The real reason why Siemens products got discontinued, the Hornstroke products, I mean. Remember a long time ago when Cerberus Priotronics bought Faraday, and then the company itself was bought by Siemens. That was a while ago. Well, and then in 2008 they dumped all their Audible products. Well, when they were bought, Wheelock responded with a lawsuit. That's right. Wheelock sued Siemens over their Hornstrokes. Quite crazy, isn't it? What happened? What this lawsuit was about was patent violations. Because Wheelock had claimed that Wheelock had claimed that Faraday products were too similar to Wheelock products. And so they called them a patent violation. So they sued. And Siemens lost. So the result of the lawsuit was 8 years after the lawsuit, Siemens cannot. What are you doing? You dumb driver! Sorry, that's why I was stumbling, because I was trying to figure out what somebody was doing. I know that talking and driving generally isn't a good thing, but that's for cell phones, and this isn't a cell phone. To other people, it just looks like I'm talking to myself. But, yeah. Anyway, so the agreement with the lawsuit was Siemens could not manufacture their own notification appliances for 8 years after the lawsuit. Consequently, again, they had to use Wheelock products. So they can't manufacture their own stuff, and they have to use Wheelock. No matter what. Nothing. They can't manufacture their own, and yeah. So that is why Siemens no longer sells their own products. No longer manufactures their own products. That's not all I found out, though. I also found out that Siemens owns Sylvania, and Sylvania is working on fire alarm equipment. So once the 8 years are up, they've got like about 4 or 5 left. Once those 8 years are up, Siemens is going to be making signals again. Isn't that neat? So, going on from there. That's not all I found out. Also, Simplex alarm equipment for the past 25 years and up until recently has been manufactured completely, all of it, by Faraday. The 9833, the 9838, even the 9806, the 2903 light plate, the older panels, they were all manufactured by Faraday. Everything for the past 25 years until recently. The more recent stuff is not manufactured by Faraday, but the 4903 series and stuff older than that. So I guess Faraday manufactured everything until the 90s, when everything changed. And the truth about Simplex, they don't manufacture their own equipment. Everybody thinks that Simplex has a factory somewhere and they manufacture their own stuff. Nope. The actual manufacturer of Simplex is Hoshiki, which is a Japanese company with a pretty big presence in America. They're known for making the Simplex 2098 detectors and some of the older products, but they're also known for manufacturing the RSG T-bars, and at one point they distributed the Apollo smoke detectors. So the RSG T-bars are actually Hoshiki, but they're rebranded by RSG. Right? Anyway, probably can't see, it's getting kind of dark. It's getting close to nighttime. For the record, I'm driving through Freeport. Anyway, so Simplex does not manufacture anything themselves, which is a big surprise. That's not all I found out, though. Let's see, what else did I find out? So I told you about the Wheelock deal, and I told you about Simplex, and there's been a lot of changes in the industry, that's for sure. Brands buying other brands. The top companies are Honeywell. Top company is Honeywell, Simplex, and Siemens. Those are the big three now. Edwards is beginning to lose the market. I'm sorry to say, but Edwards is going down. Their products are really nice, but they're just not getting the customers they used to get for some reason. So, yeah, that's my driving video. And I'm driving. What else could I talk about on my way home? I'm coming home from SMCC, where we had the fire alarm today, which was caused by some idiot smoking pot in the bathroom. I mean, really? Why would you smoke pot in the bathroom? You know that? Why would you smoke pot in the bathroom? Sorry if it looks like I'm not paying attention to the camera, but there's a truck in front of me who's trying to make a left turn and I need to stop. Go. Are you serious? The light turned red. Oh. Oh, good. Green light. Green arrow is still lit, but the green light is out. Since I was turning right, took the arrow. There we go. Okay. What else could I talk about? Oh yeah, System Test 30. The Alertec i8005. Now, congratulations if you've stuck your way through this video long enough to see what I wanted to say, but I've got some information about the i8005. First off, it's not addressable. It may look like it, but it's not addressable. It does have the ability to tell devices apart, pull stations and smoke detectors. And this works by a neat trick of this uses a neat trick with a resistor. I'm not going to go into any more details. I have to wait for System Test 30 on Thursday. I'm hoping Thursday. If not, next Tuesday. But as soon as I get home, I'm going to start working on the system. See how much I can get done. Put up as many devices as I can. See how much I can finish and fix on the system. But it's going to be a good one. I've been working on this panel for, what, a year and a half now, and I'm just finally getting it done. But It was really, really well worth the year-and-a-half wait, to tell you the truth. How long is this video? Oh my goodness, is that long? It was really well worth the wait. So, yeah. System test 30 is going to be quite big. So I'm still driving through Freeport. The new panel is called the Alertic i8005 for people not paying attention. And it runs on a pickaxe, which is similar to the basic stamp. It still uses basic for the coding language, but it's more capable than the basic stamp. It's got much more program space and much better features. And the i8005 itself is going to have a lot in it. And I mean a lot. Did I say a lot? I meant a lot. Not only is it going to have all the synchronization modules, codes that I've dealt with before, Wheelock, Faraday, and system sensor, but it's, well, actually, it's got Wheelock, system sensor, and Gentex, and now it's got Faraday. And I've never actually done Faraday before, but this time I'll get to. And it's got all the functions that I've developed on the 8005, plus a whole lot of new functions that I'm not going to go into details about. Terribly sorry. Is that a fire truck? Couldn't be. I just drove by the fire station and everybody's home, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, if I keep going on this road, I can avoid the big giant mall parking lot. I don't come to Freeport very often. For those who have been to Maine, or those who haven't been to Maine, okay, for those who have not been to Maine, Freeport is a big shopping town, basically. There are a lot of factory stores, and lots of places to shop. It's the home of LL Bean, for people that know what that is. And for people who have been to Freeport, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, come check it out sometime. It's Freeport. It's okay. It's an okay town. It's got a lot of shopping centers, but it is possible to avoid them. But I'm going off subject again. What was I talking about? The i8005. It's got all the features that I developed in the 8005, the two-stage, and it's got the coded pull counting program that I made, and the sync device, the synchronization codes, like I said, and it's got code 3 march time continuous, code 4 90 beat per minute march time continuous, and that's it. The single stroke bell mode, that is totally useless, so I didn't include it. But the i8005 has a lot of things that the 8005 doesn't have. That's due to the increased memory. A little bit of detail on the two-stage. Do you remember a while ago when I was recovering from the wisdom teeth surgery? That was last December. Not long after I made that announcement about why I wasn't making videos, I put up 2 videos where I didn't talk at all. I would have been talking like this if I tried to talk, because it hurt so much. But those 2 videos I put up are the two-stage system, number 1 and the number 2. The first one used a chime, a strobe, and a horn, a dual knack setup. Or triple, at least. And the second one used a horn strobe with different pulses. Both of those are in the i8005. And there is a menu option in the panel to select which one you want to use. And two-stage works pretty well. Whoa, speed bump, speed bump! Oh crap. That did not feel good. I always forget there's a speed bump here, even when I'm not distracted by talking to a computer. I always forget that there's a speed bump there. Anyway, so the new panel has all the stuff that the old panel did. I'm repeating myself again. Plus some more things. The voice evac, though, the voice evac is a touchy one. It doesn't have voice evac. I'm terribly sorry. It won't have voice evac. Because I had an accident with the new panel. I was trying to find an amplifier that would amplify enough, and I tried an old one that came out of a car. I hooked its input to the voice evac control chip, the device that read the MP3 files and played them, and As soon as I powered it up, BAM! Smoke. Magic blue smoke. The MP3 player short-circuited. The little MP3 player module had short-circuited and back-fed voltage into the pickaxe chip controlling the panel, frying it too. And I didn't know that it was fried at the time. I thought it was fine because the panel seemed to work. So then I'm in my room one night, and this was the night before... Wait, when was this? This was one night between System Test 24 and 25. No, this was a night between 25 and 26. And I had put the i8005 up on the wall, and had everything wired. I power it up, it does its power-up routine, and then it sits, does its power-up routine again, then it waits, does the routine again, and then it waits, does it again, and it waits. So then I'm like, what the heck? Shut the power off. So I go to look, the chip was fried. So here comes the first really long wait before I got parts, because I'm notoriously bad at not ordering parts. It's kind of chilly in here. It's getting quite chilly. Okay. I'm notorious for not ordering parts promptly. I don't know what it is about me, it's just how I am. Anyway, so I tried to order parts, and I kept going, and going, and going, and eventually I got the parts that I needed, though, which was good. And I put the chip in the panel, and tried to finish it up again. And I was so close to done. I was really close to being done. Hook up an electromechanical horn. BAM! There we go again. Chips fried. Woohoo! Awesome! But this time I had spare chips. I bought 3 extra chips. But that wasn't the only thing that broke. I could have just popped in another spare chip and put it up on the wall, but the mechanical horn generated a high voltage electromagnetic field, and when it did that, boom, bang, bomb, snap. The LCD on the panel got fried just like that. Done for. The LCD was done for. Anyway, so continuing. So then it was another, and there was another wait, and another, and another. The LCD got fried in February. I said I was going to have the system test up in like March, but the LCD got fried in February. And I was going to order parts, but my car kept breaking. I'm driving in the car that keeps breaking right now. I hope it doesn't break again, but I kept having to spend my money on car parts. First the brakes, then a little plate called a heat shield, which separates the gas tank, which separates the exhaust line from the fuel tank, so it doesn't overheat and explode. And then the brakes again. Oh, wait, no, it was the other. No, wait, no, it wasn't like that. It was the plate, then the brakes twice. That's what it was. Sorry about that. Continuing. So that's what happened. That's why this has been taking so long. So I finally got the parts in like September. And whoa, man, high beams, you dumbass. You freaking dumbass. You blinded me. I can't see where I'm going now. I'm about to crash. Nah, not really. So, still driving. So anyway, keep on going. Alright. This person behind me is a moron who keeps blinding me in the eyes because they think that it's legal to turn on their headlights when they're high beams when they're behind another driver. So I'm gonna pull over in a moment and let this douche. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Let this idiot go by. So you need a good place to pull over though. So hold on, let me pull over and let this person go by. There. That's better. Now I don't have anyone behind me trying to distract me. Even though I seem to already be distracted by the computer. Okay. So that's what kept going on with the panel. Is I kept having stuff going wrong. The EMF problem, the back EMF problem generated by mechanical horns, I really don't know why, but the 8005 never had a problem. There was never a problem with the 8005 and back EMF, because there's something about the basic stamp that it just never had the problem. Oh look, seriously? The car that I just let go by turned. So if I had kept going a little bit, the car was going to turn and I wouldn't have had to pull over and let them go by. Wow. So anyway, back EMF is generated by high voltage electrical coils, such as the Type 1 mechanical horns. And what it is, it's a high voltage surge that gets backfed into the circuit it's wired to. And when that happens, whatever's on the circuit, if it's not protected, boom, there it goes. You're gonna lose it. I've killed 3 pickaxes from EMF. I put a protection circuit in the i8005, the current i8005, to protect it from EMF. And when I went to test it, just as a precaution, I disconnected the LCD and the... Anyway. So when I disconnected the LCD and the... I was safe, so I could do the test without risking frying them and then having to order more, because the LCD itself is $35. And I don't want to have to keep paying $35 for new LCDs. So I removed all that stuff, leaving me with just the pickaxe and circuit. So I connected the mechanical horn, turned it on. It was a Simplex 9806. And here's what happened. Power off. I was like, what just happened? I don't know what just happened here. So I turned the power back on. Off. Pickaxe was warm, so I unplugged it. And then I disconnected the 906, turned the power on. Click, relay, the horn nag relay came on immediately. So I shut the power off, took my meter, did a test. The transistor short-circuited, which is what happened. And when the transistor short-circuited, it did a partial a partial short circuit on the voltage regulator, fried it slightly. When I took the multimeter to the circuit, it was reading 13 volts instead of 5. So, pulled out the chip, so I replaced all of the transistors. Now, these were cheap Chinese transistors that I bought. I'm going to assume they're from China. No offense to the Chinese. No offense to the Chinese and their manufacturing, but I bought these online. They were cheap generic ones. And I bought a package of 10 from this one website which is for a company in California. Bought a package of 10. I power them up. All 10 of them broke. All 10 of them fried themselves. Oh wow, that's a lot of joggers. Why are none of you wearing reflective vests? You're stupid. Anyway. All 10 transistors just died. For no reason. Some of them came DOA, others died, others got killed, but none of them survived. So I'm never buying those again. So then I replaced the regulator, put the pickaxe back in just out of curiosity. The panel boots up. Flabbergasted, I reconnect the LCD and the LEDs and the buttons. And I press reset. The alarm LED comes on, but nothing else. The knacks don't click, and the panel doesn't respond to zones. The LCD wasn't getting any data either. So I pull the chip out, and it turns out that I blew out one of the channels on the chip, one of the buses. For those who don't know much about electronics, microcontrollers have buses, with different pins. There's A, B, C, and D on the pickaxe, the 40X2 that I was using. A, B, C, and D. And I blew out channel D and channel C on that pickaxe. That poor little pickaxe. So I had to replace it for another one and reprogram it. So it's working now, and I've got a little thing here. I've got a small piece of styrofoam with a bunch of smaller pickaxes, 8-pin pickaxes on it, 08M. And I set up a test circuit on my workbench, and in that test circuit on the workbench, I've got the same relay setup that I used on the 40X2 base, the i8005, and I've been testing EMF protection circuits, and it's just not working. I've already blown one 08M, and I don't know what keeps happening. I just cannot find a solution to this problem. So for system test 30, I had to take down all of the mechanical signals and replace them with solid-state electronic ones. I'm really not happy about that. I really wanted to use mechanical horns because of how they sounded, but I decided not to. I'm on my street now. Can't believe it, I've been talking since Yarmouth. It's been what, like, see, I left the parking lot that I pulled into to set this up at like 4:30 or 4:40, I don't know, and now it's 4:57. So now I'm home now. Well, I'm almost home. I'm on my street. I'm about to pull in my driveway. So that's what's been going on. And big surprise about Wheelock and Siemens, and that's some details about everything that's been going on. So I guess this counts as a vlog. I know, vlog sounds stupid. Vlog sounds like flog, and I don't like that. So I'm going to call them vlogs. Flame me if you want to, but I'm not going to change. It's 7002T, not 7002T. Alright, see you later.